God for Minister Hurst. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Just praise God for this day. For all of you that are here today, we praise God. We are honored and thankful to the Lord for your presence here. And we just bless the Lord for this opportunity of worship and praise and celebration of God with you today as you're sharing with your loved ones, that you're sharing with your families, and you're sharing with the Rockland Church family. But most of all, you're sharing with the Lord. So we're honored and we're thankful and we count it a privilege. Don't want to try to identify anyone in particular, but just say to all of you, thank God for your presence here today.
Amen.
For our members that we hadn't seen in a few weeks, we thank God for your presence here today. And we just praise God for this day. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. I stopped trying to stand behind a pulpit years ago when I move around, so I'm freaking for my mic, that's all. It's coming, that's all it is. It just reflects, but that's fine. Even if I don't, amen, I think that I holler long enough and loud enough that we'll go out like some folks and we still can hear you, amen. 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 I want to return back to the passage in Acts chapter 16. I'll pick up where I left off on last week. All month long we've been trying to preach under our church theme, the year of great things of God, and I want to try to close out the series. Not want to look particularly at those verses from last week, but I do want to look at the verses that follow. So I'm going to try to pick up from verse 25 through 34, which is a continuation. Amen. Thank you, Brother George. Continuation of the narrative where we broke ground on last week. Acts chapter 16, verses 25 through 34. I'm trying to offer a word this morning to you as God has given it to me. You find it, amen, Acts chapter 16, verses 25 through 34. I don't think it's going to be on the screen. Amen. Praise the Lord, you got it. Amen. The internet was down. It's back up. Praise God. It's on the screen. I'm reading from the New King James Version, and whatever version you hold, whether in book form or tablet or on your phone. Just read along with me, and we will go from there. Acts chapter 16, amen. I see our babies trying to get there, amen. Amen. Get our babies in there, amen. Amen. Our youth ministry staff are training them up in the way that they should go. I want them to be able to look at the word, see the word, amen, read along with us in the word. And as we do that, then, amen, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they will continue to be nurtured by the word. Amen.
Amen.
They're almost there. Amen. Amen. Songwriting songs come to mind. Please be patient with me.
Amen.
God is not through. Amen. The older I get, the more I realize that I need him to be patient. I need you to be patient. I need to be patient. But God is not through. Amen. You got him. Amen. Came in, Jackie. Amen. All right, beginning at verse 25, the word of God reads as thus. But at midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the prisoners were listening to them. Suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were open, and everyone's chains were loose. The keeper of the prison awakened from his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, supposing that the prisoners had fled, drew his sword and was about to kill himself, but Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, "Do yourself no harm, for we all here." Then he arose, called for a light, and ran in and fell down before Paul and Silas. He brought them out. He said, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" So they said, "Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you will be saved, you and your household." Then they spoke the word of the Lord with him, and to all were in his house. You might be seated this morning in the presence of the Lord. Just a moment of meditation. Father, we thank you, we praise you, and we bless your name again in all the earth. Thank you for this day, and again for another privilege to stand behind your sacred desk. As always, we acknowledge our sins of commission and omission before you. Oh God, we thank you for your mercy, your grace, your love, your kindness, and your goodness. you, oh God, upon all of our lives today, to be in your house, to be among your people, to witness your presence and power in this place.
Amen.
Your servant stands again behind the sacred desk. Pray that you would hide me behind the cross, speak to me and through me. Allow me to decrease, that you would increase, that the word that you've given me will go forth and reach not only the ears and minds and hearts of your people, but reach the very souls, oh God, of our faith. Bless us, oh God, today, that as we leave this place, those of us who are saved will be better when we leave than we were when we came. Those who don't know you would confess hope and faith in you, accept you as Lord and Savior of their lives.
Amen.
Magnify now your presence and breathe afresh the presence and power of your anointing and Holy Spirit upon your servant's life. As you've done in days past, so your servant asks again this Lord's day. For the next few moments and hours to shall make the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight. O Lord, my strength, my redeemer. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I want to this morning, next few moments and hours to share as I read out of these few verses and as we consider this entire 16th chapter, and especially for those of you who were with us on last week. I want to try to bridge where we were to where we are today. And I want to talk for a few moments about God is still in control. Amen. Amen. God is still in control.
Amen.
The past couple of days, there has been an increasingly degree of unrest, uneasiness, and even unresolved feelings that plagued and pushed itself throughout our nation as we have celebrated or participated in the inauguration of our 45th president, Donald J. Trump of the United States. It's been an interesting past couple of days, but we have witnessed both through TV as well as other means of technology the unrest, the uneasiness, and the unresolved feelings that many Americans have, not only because of his election to the highest office here in America, but foremost for the policies and plans that he and his administration have declared that they shall implement upon our nation, especially our people.
Yes. All right.
It's been an enormous outcry, my brothers and my sisters, from people on the streets of many of our cities, and as many of you may have witnessed on the news on yesterday, great crowds of people led by a women's march to give notice not only to President Trump, but to give notice to our national leaders and to all those, my brothers and my sisters, who for whatever reason other than for the good of the people, that the people are at a place and at a point to where they are going to do what is needed in order not only to be heard, but to have a response that is fitting for the people. It's been interesting to me, my brothers and my sisters, because the enormity of the outcry from people not only here in our nation, but as I witnessed other nations who gathered in the streets, who have participated in that which our once leader, Dr. King, and others of the nonviolent movement did, that as they marched through the streets of the city, it was a time in which they were demonstrating the things that were going on in the nation were not acceptable to all people. It's an interesting thing because as we connect again back to the years of the civil rights movement and the issues as I raised on last week, that in our nation, a nation that is supposed to be the greatest nation on earth, just as Dr. King and those of the civil rights era felt during his time, so many today feel the same way, that our nation is still plagued and has problems with moral indecency, racial injustice, and religious indifference. It's an interesting thing, my brothers and my sisters, because we're living in a time now that even though as African Americans our names have been changed from Negro to African American, that the names that are plagued and pushed upon people who are part of a nation that's supposed to be free, yet find themselves still in bondage. I wish I had some help in this place. It is interesting because not only is it a racial issue, but there is a moral indecency because many of the plans and policies that our current administration hopes to pose upon the people who live in this nation will be counterproductive to everything that we have experienced these last few years. And the difficulty that many people are having today are not just simply the injustices and the inadequacies that are being done and the indifferences that are being produced today by people in high places, but the reality is that God has created us to be all equal, and God looks at us all the same way. Amen. It is, my brothers and my sisters, not only for us as a nation, but even in many of our lives, a very troubling and trying time in which we live. Some of you that are in this place today, it doesn't matter how good you look right now on the outside, trouble, trials, and tribulations may be plaguing your life on the inside. It's interesting to me, my brothers and my sisters, because we're living in a nation that, my brothers and my sisters, that is on the brink of division. Every child of God gets to a point in their own walk of faith where it feels like their faith is about to flee from them and they feel like they're on an island all by themselves. But I rise to encourage you today and to let you know today as a child of God that all of us must come to grips with our own life, with our own experiences, and with our own seasons to know that the inevitable reality of life itself is that there are going to be some seasons in our lives we have to learn to journey through. It's interesting to me as a child of God, one who has been raised in the church, one who has spent most of not only their young life but their adult life in the church, that even in the church there comes a time, my brothers and my sisters, that there are seasons of difficulty. It's interesting to me, my brothers and my sisters, that as we journey through life and the more that we try to grow closer to God, the more we read our Bibles, the more we pray, the more, my brothers and my sisters, we try to live a lifestyle that exemplifies the Christ. It seems like there is still more trouble, trial in our lives. But I am reminded that Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew, in the world, my brothers and my sisters, you shall be persecuted, amen, by men because of me. But Jesus also said in John's Gospel account, in the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I would pause parenthetically to talk to some folk in this place today who have unwelcome moments, unwanted experience, and uninvited situations in their lives, that every now and then you got to just keep journeying through knowing that God is in control. I've lived long enough, I've been through enough, and I've experienced enough to know that there are some things, my brothers and my sisters, that I just have to trust God to see me through. It was the great theologian Reinhard Niebuhr who offered us encouragement some years ago in a poem that he penned that has become an ageless poem to all of us called the Serenity Prayer. It simply says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And I've lived long enough to know that wisdom is an ongoing process. It's something that you grow into it. It's not something that you gain by reading many books, getting many degrees, amen, behind your name. But wisdom is something that you grow into as you grow closer to God. Matter of fact, it was Apostle Paul says that there is a day coming that wisdom is going to be so great and outpoured on upon us, we will know as we are known. In other words, Paul says that we're not going to have to ask the question, we're not going to have to wonder why, we're going to know for ourselves. Good news is, my brothers and my sisters, that as we journey to that place and that day with God in destiny, while we're living here on earth and journeying through this thing called life, we need to be reminded, and we need to not only tell ourselves but others that God is still in control. In other words, God has not submitted nor supplied himself to a point that God is not in control of the world. Matter of fact, this morning we woke up, amen, it was dark when most of us went to bed last night. And even though the sun is not shining and the clouds are covering the sky, the sun is still shining. Matter of fact, if we live to this evening, when evening comes and the sun goes down and the moon begins to rise in the orbit, there are still going to be some stars glimmering in the sky. God has not given up, amen, his sovereignty as the sovereign almighty God with creation. And if he's not giving it up with creation, he's not giving it up with you and with me. Here in this text, Paul, as we opened on last week, Paul now is a prisoner in a Philippian jail. It's an interesting passage, my brothers and my sisters, because Paul, as I told you on last week, had received a call to come and help. And as Paul came and helped, Paul had some conflict that he had to confront, but Paul had a conviction that he brought clarity from God to deal with the situation. And every now and then, my brothers and my sisters, you got to be reminded that God calls you to places and things that are unwelcome and unwanted, but when you get there, God will help you to confront it, and he'll give you a conviction that you can clarify. I just said something. Paul now, he and his laborers, he and those who are journeying with him, Paul, as the text says, and Silas are now locked up in a Philippian jail. I shared with you how Dr. King on last week, amen, was in that Birmingham cell, and those preachers had written him a letter calling him a troublemaker, calling him one who had brought problems to the city of Birmingham. And King simply said, the reason why I'm here is because I was called to come, and the reason why I'm here is because I want to clarify the situation of segregation, and ultimately I want you to be convicted of your wrong and understand that your religious indifference has nothing to do with the reason why I'm here. In other words, what King was saying last week and what Paul is getting ready to tell us today was that God is still in control. The Bible says that it is now midnight and Paul and Silas are in the jail. It would appear by all indications that they had had a long day, and now that they are locked away in their cells, and like the other prisoners around them, they're about to lay down and close their eyes. But at the midnight hour, the Bible says that Paul and Silas decide to have church all by themselves. I wish I could pause the parenthetically and ask you, when you're going through what you're going through, have you learned how to pause and have church with somebody or all by yourself? The Bible says that at midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to the God, and the prisoners was listening to them. Oh, I wish I could stay right there just for a few minutes. Because one of the things that I've discovered, my brothers and my sisters, is that praise will get you where you need to go when you got problems all around you. Somebody missed it. Every now and then, you got to learn, as the songwriter say, praise him in advance. You got to thank God, amen, for the deliverance. You got to thank God for the breakthrough. You got to thank God for the doors that are going to open. You got to thank God for the showers that he's going to rain down from heaven on your life, and not just on you, but others around you. So the text says that Paul and Silas were in prison. It was midnight. But they were praying and they were singing hymns to the Lord. Amen. If I had time, I'd probably ask the question. One of the songs that they were singing was, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know if thou wilt draw thyself from me. Whither shall I go? I don't know what they were singing, but they may have been singing, nearer, my God, to thee. Anybody in here? Amen. They were singing that song when you're going through. They may have been singing Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I don't know what they're singing, but the text says that they were praying and singing in jail. Interestingly, the text says that the prisoners heard them suddenly. There was a great earthquake, so that the foundation of the prison was shaken. The doors were opened, and everyone's chains were loose. It was midnight. They were locked in jail. They had been locked up on trumped up charges. But even though they were in the midst of the jail cell, the Bible says they prayed and sung hymns unto the Lord, and the prisoners heard them. I need to break and share with you a few things in this text and then move on. Understand, my brothers and my sisters, the text says that at midnight, Paul and Silas were in jail praying, singing hymns, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, and the prison was shaken that the very foundations of it came apart, and every man's bands, his shackles, was loosed from him. Y'all didn't hear me this morning. They were in prison. It was midnight. They were praying. They were singing. The prisoners heard them. There was a great earthquake, and there was a shaking and loosening of everyone's band. Let me say it one more time and try to move forward. It was midnight. They were in jail. They were praying and singing, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake that every man's bands were loosed. Let me pause parenthetically and say that right now in America, it's midnight. And what the church needs to be doing is praying and singing hymns unto God. And everybody's going to hear us. And not only are they going to hear us, but there's going to be a shaking in America. Y'all listen, y'all listen. In America, it's midnight. And many folk are in prison. They're in financial prison. They're in health prison. They're in employment prison. They're in relationship prison. They're in education prison. They're in housing prisons. But what they need to do is do what Paul and Silas did. They need to pray and sing hymns. The word of God says, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray, come on and talk to me this way, seek my face and turn from their ways, then will I hear from heaven and heal the land. Paul and Silas are in jail. It's midnight. The prisoners heard them. Then there was a great earthquake. It shook the foundations of the prison. And every man's bands, every man's shackles, every man's chains, every man's handcuffs were loose. Three things that I want to try to build on as I make my way to a close. First of all, God sees. Secondly, God supplies. And thirdly, God saves. God sees, God supplies, and God saves. Let me get back to the text. The Bible says it was midnight. Paul and Silas were in a Philippian jail. The Bible says that they prayed and sung hymns unto God. And the prisoners heard them, and there was a great earthquake. Now, if I would break this down simply, what I would tell you is that even though they were in jail, they were in a situation that seemed hopeless and helpless. God, amen, saw where they were. Amen. You ought to shout right there. And I got to tell somebody in this place that may feel like that your life is in a prison right now and that it's midnight. God sees where you are. And because God saw where they were, God supplied them with an earthquake. Come on and say earthquake. See, what you got to understand is that God works sometimes in ways that we don't understand. His wonders are to perform. And because God saw where Paul and Silas were, God decided to supply them with what they needed, that they could do what he wanted them to do. Every now and then, God sees where we are. Every now and then, God will supply us with what we need. And as a result, God saves us from that which the enemy thinks going to destroy us. I just said something. In other words, Paul and Silas were in an unavoidable difficulty. go through stuff through the flesh. They were really in an unavoidable difficulty.
Yes.
They were in jail and they were locked up and they had no way out. But they used an unconventional defense. They used something not in the flesh,